Good morning, happy Sunday. My 3 for 31 babes, my Self-Love Fit Club babes and clients. I have to make one recommendation to you on this Sunday, and it's this. Go listen to the Daily Fire first Sunday, 12:10, before it expires tonight at midnight. If I can give you one piece of advice, go listen to it. He talked about, Brendan, the master, NEAR, standing for notice, evaluate, A, bold action, BA, that's what I trust, yeah, it's A, action, and then R, recalibrate, notice, N, notice where you're at. And I'm really proud of those of you in this group because you noticed going into this holiday season that you needed something to hold you accountable, that you wanted, that you craved community and accountability and sisterhood and coaching. And you noticed that in order to hit those goals, to be your best self, to be able to move every day, you would want to be part of something. And I honor those of you who notice, say in your nutrition journey, like, hey, I'm not where I'm at. I am where I am. I'm not where I want to be yet. So that takes you to have the boldness to notice and to not avoid. And that's a big one, right? I think for so long we avoid the facts of, okay, I eat like crap. Okay, I don't move my body every day. Okay, my financials are in the pits and I avoid looking at my credit card bills when they show up in the mail. I just don't even open them, right? What's that avoidance thing? What's that thing you're avoiding? I challenge you, Brendan challenges you today to notice it instead of avoiding it, which is what the majority of the world does, which takes you to E, evaluate. And that leads us into our life scores. In the growth app at the bottom, you can go to the journal section and you can do a life score for your weekly review. And this is something I'm trying to make a new habit of, and I'm going to change my wording. I am making a new habit of, not trying. I am. So every Sunday, go in today and evaluate where are you at in those certain criteria, in those certain high performance areas of your life. And here's the thing. Again, avoidance. Most people will lie to themselves on that chart. And they'll say, oh yeah, clarity, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm a 5. Oh yeah, mindfulness, whoo, scored there. I'm like a 4 or 5. What if you were really honest with yourself in your marriage, in your relationships, in your clarity, in your vision, in your sleep, in your food, in your movement? Where are you actually at? Because when you're really honest with yourself and you really score where you're actually at, and those scores stay just with you. What if you could be honest with yourself? Because when you are, that's where we can start to improve. If you're dishonest with yourself, you have no clue where to go from here. If you're constantly scoring yourself 4s, 5s, you're like, there's not really area to improve. I'm good. Right? So take the time today to be honest in your evaluations, honest with your financials, honest with your marriage, honest with your kids and where you're at in your parenting, whatever that means to you. Honest with your nutrition. How are you actually eating? Are you like the 5-year-old in the pantry reverting back to your childhood tendencies of sneaking a cookie out of the pantry when nobody's watching late at night? Right? So evaluate. Where are you at? Which is awesome because it leads you to A, which is your bold action. Our bold action steps that take us in the direction of where we want to go. A lot of people here wait for certainty. They wait for perfection. And I love that he shared Jeff Bezos' basic quote, and he's the big guru, creator of Amazon. He said, we have about 60% certainty when we make major decisions in this business. 60%. And you and I are sitting here waiting until we got 100% certainty before we sit there and make one decision. There's never going to be certainty. The world's never going to stop with its chaos and its crazy, so don't wait for that. No, you take the bold action and decide what that next action step is in your career, in your fitness, in your nutrition, in your finances, and you know what the bold action step could be, even if it's, I don't know this area, but I'm gonna educate myself on it. I'm gonna go pick up Nutrition for Dummies book at Barnes & Noble, if those are still a thing, or I'm gonna get it on Audible. I'm gonna go pick up Finances for Dummies book. I'm gonna learn how to take care of myself and or my finances or my marriage, or we're gonna call that counselor, or we're going to sit down and learn how to parent. My parents went to parenting classes, and I used to give them so much smack for that. I'm like, you gotta get your you gotta go to parenting classes. I'm like, I could use a parenting class. Age, wisdom, how human of us to go, you know what, yeah, I don't have it all figured out. I'm gonna go take a class. So bold action without the need for perfection or certainty. Because here's the cool part, the R is for recalibrate. Because it's a lot of times that first bold action step that you make might not be in the right direction, might not be the right thing. But how are you gonna know if you don't take the action step? How are you gonna know how to shift and how to pivot? Did you know when an airplane takes off from San Francisco to New York, it's out of alignment for its destination, it's like a crazy stat, like 90% of the time. It takes the pilot doing the tweaks so that it gets to its final destination. So as you take your bold action steps, you go, okay, at the end of the week, that didn't really work the way I wanted to. I didn't lose the 2 pounds I wanted to lose. I didn't stick to my 4-week gut protocol. Okay, why? That's where you go back to reevaluate. Why? Why didn't it work? So we're recalibrating, and it might send you back to evaluation mode, but how do you know? How do you know unless we're going to that journal section every single week on a Sunday and going, here's what worked, here's what didn't. And I'm gonna recalibrate, I'm gonna pivot, I'm gonna shift I'm gonna make this little tweak. And that's what the greats do. That's what they do every single day. They go, what did I do? Did it work? Is it working? Or is it freaking failing? And it's okay if it's freaking failing. We all suck at the beginning. We all fail. There's not one great that you could talk to, one millionaire who would tell you he didn't fail or she didn't fail first. So don't be afraid of the failure in the bold action, because you're just gonna keep tweaking. You're just gonna keep pivoting. I think of that scene from Friends where Ross and I think Chandler and Monica and Rachel are carrying the couch up the stairs, and he's like, pivot, pivot, pivot. So if you need to think of it in a fun way in your mind, think of Friends. But please still go listen to it. Brendan says it so much more eloquently than mine, and you'll have so many mental breakthroughs when you hear it. And here's my bonus tip. When you listen to these daily fires, do it while you're moving your body and getting your heart rate up. So I've been doing it today while I walk on the treadmill. Did you know when you're moving and your body has changed its state, you retain the information almost 100% more? Same thing with writing it down as you're going, or after, when I get off of this, I could go write it down. So powerful. Change your state, go on a walk, go on a run, put on your daily fires. Your life's gonna start changing massively. And I love that you guys are doing this in December when the rest of the world is out sloshing themselves and they gave up on themselves till the new year. You already have a head start. Welcome to 2024. The game changes now. Your life changes this coming year. So honored and so grateful and so thankful to be doing this with all of you. Let's go.